So, it's one of a reviewer's favorite days. It's package day. Got an interesting fragrance in today. Very popular fragrance. And as I was smelling that fragrance, I kept thinking, this reminds me of something I have in my collection. Keyword, reminds me. Is it possible that a $15 to $20 low-end designer fragrance could smell like a very popular high-end niche fragrance? Meet me on the other side of this intro and I'm going to tell you a little bit about both. You're not going to want to miss this one. See you guys in just a second. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, it is your boy Trey Sense, and you are back at the scene of the crime. Hold on a second. Much better. I got to turn my fan off, but we're gonna keep it rolling. Anyway, it's your boy Trey Sense. Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to see you out here. Give yourself a round of applause. Y'all are the best subs in the game. Speaking of subs, need you to do that for your boy. Like, share, sub, icon bell, so every time I upload a video, you'll be one of the first to know. Now, package day. I got a few things in, and I've got a few fragrances coming in. I've got a big bundle coming in, and then I've got another one coming in, and I'm going to be ordering some. So we got some stuff, and again, we got some more first impressions I got to get to from Decants. So it's going to be interesting around the channel. So you guys sit tight. But today I want to talk to you about a surprise that I didn't know I was getting. I knew I was receiving a package because I did a little business with my boy JP, and I got a fragrance I didn't know that I was getting. So the fragrance that I didn't know that I was getting and is new to my collection is from the house of Nishane, or Nishane, however you say it, and it is Fan Your Flames. Now, I'm gonna talk just a little bit about this fragrance. It's so funny because, as you know, I pulled up on JP and Manny when I was in Texas. We went to the scent room. This is one of the first fragrances we picked up. And we were quickly escorted away from these fragrances by, I think his name was Ricardo Ramos. He is evidently a perfumer and helped Nishane develop this fragrance and several more from the house. And he was wanting to tell us about his line, so we quickly had to put this down. So it kind of brought a little smile and a little chuckle to my face when I saw this fragrance. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this fragrance, with Fan Your Flames. Fan Your Flames is a great name for it. It's a smoky, resonant, mysterious type of scent in the opening. The dry down, as it's been on my skin for 6 or 7 hours now, the dry down is very somewhat tropical, or to me coconutty is what I pick up on it now. When I sprayed this on, I got to smelling it and smelling it and smelling it and smelling it. Well, when let me backtrack. When you smell this off the atomizer, I kept smelling it and thinking to myself, I have something in my collection that smells like that. And then I thought, I bet I've given it away. I bet I don't have it anymore. And then I was just sitting there and I kept smelling it and it hit me. No, Trey, you still have it because you just did it in a declutter video. The fragrance that if you smell off the atomizer smells almost identical to Nishane. Keyword in Nishane Fan Your Flames. Off the atomizer is from the house of Nautica, and it is N83. Now, go with me on this little journey. The key word is off the atomizer. And you may be wondering, well, Trey, if it's just off the atomizer, why are you even talking about it? I'll tell you why, because first of all, let me give some praise to this bottle. Those are some of my favorite color schemes. My high school football team, blue and gold. My little league football team, we wore blue and gold. And my Notre Dame Fighting Irish, blue and gold. So love that bottle, it's beautiful. But how close are these two fragrances? Does this $15 to $20 fragrance from Nautica compare to this one? Yes, no, and then yes again. Okay, you ready? This is a beautiful scent. It's complex. Again, it opens up very resinous, very smoky, very mysterious, very Middle Eastern. Not oudi, but it has that smoky, ashy vibe that you get from a Middle Eastern fragrance. And it smells good. It really does. And Nishane, a lot like Mancera, you can, if you shop, you can find their fragrances at a pretty reasonable price for niche. This fragrance is anywhere from 90 to 100 bucks. And I know you guys are probably going, Trey, that's expensive. It is. But sometimes if you want a little bit better quality, you have to spend a little bit more money. I don't think it's outrageous or ridiculous. To me, $300 or $400 is ridiculous. $400 or $500 is ridiculous. When you're talking about 100 bucks, if you're careful and you select the fragrances that fit you and that you want, then 100 bucks is not that bad, because you'll wear it, you'll enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about people that go to the gun range that don't, reload their ammo, not reload it, restuff or whatever it is. You know, when you pick up the shells and, you know, you take them home and put the gunpowder and stuff back in them, whatever that's called. You spend a lot of money on ammo. So a hobby can be expensive. Now look, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just simply saying that if I found this fragrance for $90, I think I would be extremely happy, because you can pay much more than that for Dior Sauvage. You know what I'm saying? The Elixir, whatever, you'll pay more for it. Now, this gem is a $14, $15, $20 fragrance all day long. And again, let me reiterate, off the atomizers, these smell very similar. Why do I keep hammering that point home? Very simple. Because what you have when you smell the atomizer of a fragrance is the dry down. That's where these two fragrances are very similar. This one still, the Nishane still has some smokiness in that coconutty, tropical dry down, where this one doesn't. But in the dry down, I will say that this is 75 to 80% this. Think of it this way. This one is the parfum and this one is the toilette. Think of it that way. Think of this one as the EDT and this one is the EDP. Now, when you first spray these two fragrances, they are as far apart as New York and Florida. I mean, it's just, you know, or whatever, Washington and Florida. It's just, they're far apart. They're far apart. But the longer this sits on your skin, the more they smell alike. Now, this one is very linear, very linear. It's not a lot of movement. It's not a lot of projection. It's not a lot of oomph to it. I've said on many occasions, this was my favorite from the Nautica line. Now, the thing about these Nautica Voyage fragrances, they don't perform very well off of your skin. But if you spray this on your shirt, on your clothing, it's there for 2 or 3 days. Same thing with Nautica Voyage. You spray Nautica Voyage on a shirt, it's there for a couple of days. May not do that well on your skin, but on fabric, it is there. Same thing can be said for this one. Is this equal to this? No, it's not. This is a better made fragrance with better made ingredients, but it's also a more expensive fragrance. Am I saying that this will give you Nishane fillings or that smoky resinous vibe? No, it will not. There's nothing smoky about Nautica Voyage in 83. Nothing at all. Nothing. Again, the dry down is where these two come eerily similar. And let's face it, the dry down of a fragrance is where we spend most of our time. Now, the thing about this is, again, I sprayed this on probably about 4 o'clock. One spray, and it's still there. It's a skin scent, but it is still there. And it's about 12 midnight here. So whatever, it's what, 8 hours? And I've went to work, worked my shift, come home, it's still there. It's a skin scent. It's a skin scent, but you can still smell it. The Nautica Voyage not so much. It's been gone a couple of hours, but again, this is a $15 to $20 fragrance. So I don't want you to purchase this or grab this thinking, ooh, I smell like nishane. Kinda, but not really, but then kinda again. Okay? It's all about the dry downs. The dry downs, the dry downs, the dry downs. If you spray this on and you like the way it smells in the opening, now I will say this also. The dry down of this does still have a little bit of smokiness in it, okay? You will still be able to pick up just a little bit of that smokiness. In this you won't, because it does not have smokiness. And I will also say this, the tropical or the coconutty vibe in this is stronger than the coconut vibe in this. When you spray this on, that's what you're gonna get off the opening is a blast of tropical coconut type of vibe. That's what you're gonna get. And that is with you through the entirety of the fragrance. Not so much with this. With this one, you don't really see that tropical coconut vibe coming at all. You just don't see it, and then it stays on your skin and then it starts to come up through the bottom and it's there. So there you have it, guys. What is new to my collection? Nishane's Fan Your Flames. Beautiful scent. And similarities, a cheapie that can get you somewhat the same vibes minus the smokiness. Nautica Voyage N83, and this is part of my declutter and is actually up for sale. I mean, it's a good smelling fragrance. I've said that many times. You know, I have a massive collection and you see the dent. So, I mean, it's just, and this is one that honestly smells good in the air. It smells really, really good in the air. This, perfect example of a niche fragrance. It's an acquired type of scent. Not everybody's gonna like this fragrance. They're just not. They're just not. I mean, it's just got such a smoky vibe to it. Not everybody's gonna like it. But anyway, similar, nowhere near identical, but then similar again. You know, the openings are as far apart as two openings of a fragrance can be. But the dry downs of these two fragrances are pretty similar. This one just, you know, the dry down, the opening of this is the best way to put it. The opening of this is like a louder dry down of this. Best way to put it, guys. All right, man, I'm gonna get off of here. Again, smelling these fragrances always makes my nose itch. I do not know why. I'm gonna get off of here, thumbnail it, upload it, and get it ready for you guys to see it again. I know I should have 2 more what's new to the collection videos this week. So we're gonna go on a run of first impressions mixed in with what's new to the collections, all wrapped in it together. So, and again, the next one, I can't decide whether I'm gonna do a first impressions or a what's new to the collection. Either way, because I've got some fragrances coming in and, you know, pretty excited about it. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here and do one of these thumbnails and get everything together so you guys can see it. It'll be Wednesday, so I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful hump day. I hope you don't work too hard. Take it easy, slow ride, all that good stuff. And I love you all, and thank you all for being the best part of this channel. Until next time, guys, peace.